Boavista are one of Portugal's oldest clubs, forming in 1903. On the pitch, the Panthers have been struggling as they finished 15th in the Primeira division, just avoiding relegation. However, Boavista fans got the ultimate taste of success in 2001 as they became just the second side out of Portugal's big three to win the Primeira division. Now, I want to bring the magic of 2001 back to Boavista. So today we are taking charge of them in FC24 and we are going to win them a UCL trophy. And if you do enjoy the content, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help me out. Let's get Boavista rebuilt. So this is the Boavista team we've loaded into in FC24, and the starting 11 is definitely not looking great as our best players Malero and Agra at 73 rated. Now, the squad is massively lacking depth as we have got a lot of players who are low 60 and even 50 rated in the squad, which is just not going to cut it. Now, the formation of 4-4-1-1 I do think suits the current bunch of players, so we are going to stick with this formation for the rebuild. But thankfully, a lot of the players at the club are actually quite young, meaning these players can definitely grow into decent players in FC24. However, my only concern is that these players don't come in and make us a better team straight away. A lot of them will have to go out on loan to develop, and in season 1 we will only have 7 million euros to improve the team, which is just not a lot of money. So we may have to dip into the loan market in season 1, but there's two positions that I definitely want to improve, and that's the centre attacking midfielder and centre midfielder, as these positions have players who are below 70 rated in them, and I really don't want to go into the start of the Primeira division season with players in their starting 11 who are below 70 rated, unless they've got seriously high potential. And we have had a lot of success in the past using the counter-attack tactical vision, so we're going to use it again in this rebuild while the squad is not looking the best. So our first two signings of the Boavista career mode are very exciting signings. Our first player is a central attacking midfielder who's joined us from Anderlecht, who's called Mario Stojakens. I think that's how you pronounce his name, and if that's not how you pronounce his name, I'm going to seriously butcher it throughout this video. He's 72 rated, 18-year-old, an exciting prospect, and we picked him up for 4.4 million euros, and this is an outstanding deal. We then went on to a central midfield player and we signed a Portuguese youngster in Gustavo Sá from FC Famalicão. He's an exciting prospect, 70 rated, 18-year-old, and we signed him for just 3.7 million euros, 300 grand under his market value. Now, in order to finance these deals, we did have to sell quite a few players. Veteran goalkeeper Cesar has joined Real Salt Lake for 300 grand. Ilya Vukatic has joined Rio Ave for 1.5 million. Joel Silva has joined Clermont Foot on loan. Sebastian Pezes has joined Monza for 2.3 million. Young goalkeeper Tomé Souza has joined Aymans SC on loan. Martin Tavares has joined Real Valladolid on loan for the season, and Luis Henrique has joined Spezia on loan for the season as well, leaving us with now 2 million euros in the bank, meaning there's going to be no more signings in this window, meaning this will be the Boavista team to take us into season 1. And now that they've added Stoikens and Sá to the team, we are looking much stronger on paper. Two very exciting 18-year-olds who should grow a lot this season, and I'm a little bit more confident about our chances in the league, and hopefully this team can achieve at least a mid-table finish. So with our transfer window done, we are now simulating forward straight through to the end of season 1, and I'm going to go away off camera and learn how to pronounce Stoiken's name, because I do not want to butcher it for a full video. And in the meantime, hopefully Boavista are doing well in the Primeira division. So boys, we have arrived at the end of season 1, and I'm pretty taken aback by our performance. We've actually finished 4th in the division, which I think guarantees us a Europa League or Conference League spot. We did finish the season on 59 points, which was 13 points off the big three, and we only scored 46 goals, but our defence was absolutely quality as we only conceded 36 goals as well. I don't lie, I was not expecting us to be this good in season 1. With the right additions in season 2, we could definitely challenge the big three. In the Taça Portuguesa, we made it to the quarter-final, where unfortunately we were drawn against one of the big three in Benfica, who beat us 2-0. So this is how the team is looking at the end of season 1, and it is definitely looking a lot stronger on the pitch. Our best player is our right back Malero on 77 rated, and Stoikens, yes, I've learned how to pronounce his name, has grown to 76 rated in one season, which is massively impressive. The team is actually looking really decent now on paper, but there are some positions I want to improve. I definitely want to improve the defence, so I will be bringing in a centre back next season, and I do think we need to bring in a right winger who's better than Lorenko, as he's only 71 rated. But other than that, the team is not looking too bad at all. I'm hoping we can grow a bit more across the pitch. But once again, lads, this will be completely dependent on our budget in season 2. Now, in terms of stats, our best player was our striker, Robert Bosniak, 16 goals and 3 assists, closely followed by Stoikens, who got 10 goals and 9 assists. And Gustavo Sá had a really good season from midfield as well, getting 7 goals along the way. Really impressive season 1. We're now getting stuck into season 2. Have to get the signings right as we are playing in Europe. So we've arrived in season 2 and we have got a very healthy budget of 19 million million euros. And kicking off the season, we have promoted a youth player in Adriano Teixeira, who's 68 rated and 18 years old. And he is competing for squad place with Salvador Agra, who's 32-year-old and retiring at the end of the season. So I'm going to take a big risk and use Adriano Teixeira as our starting left midfielder for this season, as he has actually got 4-star weak foot, which will be improving to a 5-star weak foot. His potential is anywhere between 84 and 90, so we are definitely going to try our best to develop this man this season. So the first player we've identified to sign in season 2 is an absolute no-brainer for me. We have identified Eduardo Quaresma of Sporting CP. He's 22 years old, 76 rated, makes a direct rival in the Premier Division weaker, and this guy is insane in FC24. However, it's going to use up a big amount of our budget, as we could have to pay up to 16 million euros for him, but I don't mind. This guy is quality. And Quaresma is in for a very respectable 13.9 million. However, we now only have 6 million euros to bring in a winger, so we may have to bring in a very young, quite low rated, but very high potential winger with that money. And once again, boys, we are going to be raiding Sporting Lisbon for another one of their excellent young talents in Afonso Moreira. He's 19 years old, 72 rated, and he falls well within our price range, as the absolute maximum we're paying for him is 5.3 million. Our hands are pretty much tied when it comes to signing a winger, as our budget just isn't big enough, but I'm really confident that Moreira can be an excellent player for us and grow quite a bit. And we have got an excellent deal for Moreira, only playing 4.5 million. So our transfer window is done in terms of incomings, but there have been a couple of outgoings in this window. We sold Masaki Watai to Vitoria SC for 1.45 million. Youngster Goncalo Almeida has joined WSG Tirol, 530 grand. We've loaned out Luis Enrique once again, this time to Rosario Central, and an academy graduate, Juanma Rivas, has joined Angers on loan as well. So not many massive outgoings in this window. We've kept the bulk of the squad together, and this will be the team that takes us into season 2. It's looking very strong on paper. Teixeira already growing out on the left. I have really high hopes for this season, and we are currently in Europe, so let's go and check our group. Now this year we will be competing in the Europa League, and in our group we've got Sevilla, AZ Alkmaar and Bordeaux Glimt. It is a very strong group. I do think though we've got a pretty good chance of getting through it. I do expect Sevilla to win it. I would love to see us get through this group. There's only one way to find out though if we do get through the group, and that's by simulating forward straight through to the end of season 2. So we've arrived at the end of season 2, and we have actually managed to regress on the pitch, as we finished 5th in the league, not breaking into the top 4. We did get more points than last season, as we got 60 points, scored a lot more goals, but just didn't manage to crack into that top 4, which does mean in season 3 we're dropping down from the Europa League to the Conference League. So we've absolutely got to get the signings right in season 3. However, there is a reason to be cheerful this season, as we have won the Taça Portuguesa, beating Braga 5-3 in a thrilling final, bringing home our first bit of silverware of the rebuild. And in the Europa League we could only finish 3rd in our group, winning 2, drawing 2, losing 2, which did mean we dropped down to the Conference League. And despite a very favourable semi-final tie against a team whose name I just cannot pronounce, despite taking 3-2 lead into the second leg, we did lose 3-0, meaning we crashed out in the semi-finals. So this is the team that we finished season 2 with, and it is starting to take shape, as Quaresma, Malero and Stoyrikans have all reached 80 rated or above. We do have players like Bosnic and Moreira getting close to breaching 80 rated as well, which is always nice to see. Now looking at our squad objectively going into season 3, we definitely need to improve our defence, as Onyemecha and Awazium just are not at the level we need them to be, and have actually stopped growing, which is not good. We need to replace them with players with high potential who can actually get us into the Champions League. So as of right now, going into season 3, our primary targets will be a left back and a centre back, but it all depends on how much money the board decides to give us. Now in terms of stats, we had a really good season in terms of goals. Robert Bosniak got 30 goals and 7 assists, closely followed by Mario Stoylakans, who got 24 goals and 8 assists, and Afonso Moreira had an absolutely outstanding season, getting 21 goals and 12 assists, so 3 players scoring 20 plus goals. So there were definitely some reasons to be cheerful in season 2, but there were definitely as well some negatives to follow along the way. Hopefully we get the recruitment right in season 3 and get into the Champions League. So we've arrived in season 3 and we have got 31 million euros in the bank, which to be fair is a bit more than what I was expecting. And as you can see, our scouts are busy looking for our next first choice left back. And boys, we have kicked off our transfer window by making an absolutely amazing free agent signing. We have brought in Adoni Ruiz on a 5-year deal. He's 19 years old, 80 rated. He looks absolutely insane. This was an absolute no-brainer, boys. I just had to bring him to the club. So in this transfer window, we definitely need to bring a left back to the club, and we have identified a man from the Premier League, Bjorn Meyer of Aston Villa, 22-year-old, 6'3", 77 rated, and we can pay as little as 18.7 million million for him, which I think could be a really decent deal, and we're going to try our best to bring him to Boavista for a good price. And for 19 million euros, we have brought Bjorn Meyer to the football club. So finally, in this window, we need to bring a centre-back to the football club, and we have identified Thiago Diallo of Juventus. He's 79 rated, 25-year-old. However, finances could become an issue in this deal, as Juventus may want up to 21.5 million euros for him. We'll try to get a good deal for him, and hopefully we have enough money to get this deal over the line. And we have completed the signing of Thiago Diallo for 17.5 million. That leaves us with 9 million euros in the bank, which probably means our transfer window is finished. And after the signings of Ruiz, Meyer and Diallo, this is how the team is looking going into season 3, and it's starting to look really strong on paper. We are retraining Stoirikans to be a central midfield player, which will be done in around 20 weeks. Our back line is looking much stronger on paper. Hopefully players like Moriera, Diallo, Meyer, Goncalves, Bosnic can all reach 80 rated as well this season, and we can get into the Champions League places finally. Now, there have also been some outgoings in this window. Rodrigo Abascal has joined Wolves for 3 million. Luis Henrique has joined Moriens FC for 3 million as well. We loaned out quite a few academy players. Bruno Onyemecha has joined Sporting for 7.5 million, and Luis Santos has joined Copenhagen for 2.5 million. So our transfer window is done, and we're actually not in the Conference League this year. We are back in the Europa League, which we love to see, in our group consists of Stade de Reims, Young Boys and SK Rapid. Do you think with our current squad right now, we are one of the favourites to go through this group, and I really hope we can do. Let's simulate forward to the end of season 3 and see if we did. So right at the end of season 3, and yeah, this game is absolutely finished in the mud. I hate it. Bring on FC 25. We finished level on points with Porto at the top of the league, and despite scoring more goals, losing less games and having a higher goal difference, Porto somehow win the league. And I think it's because in the head-to-head, Porto beat us in the first game, then we drew the second game, and that means that Porto win the league despite us being the better side on the pitch. Honestly, I just feel absolutely robbed. In the Taça Portuguesa, we were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Casapia. That is really poor. Then in the Europa League, we made it to the round of 16, where unfortunately we did draw Chelsea, who were just a little bit too good for us. They beat us 4-2 over 2 legs. Now at the end of season 3, this is how the team is looking, and it's starting to look like a really solid Champions League level side. Every single player in the team besides Texiera is now over 80 rated, with Stoirikans 86 rated and Quaresma 84 being our standout players. Now going into season 4, where do we want to improve? Well, I've got a player in mind who I'm desperate to bring to Boavista in this rebuild, but it's going to be massively budget dependent, as he's one of the best players in his position in career mode in this game, and I'm going to leave it a bit of a mystery for now. So another excellent season in terms of goal scoring, and our new signing Adoni Ruiz was outstanding. 24 goals and 9 assists. That is insane. Robert Bosnic was excellent as well, getting 24 goals and 5 assists, and Stoirikans continued to add goals from central midfield, getting 13 goals and 5 assists, which I'm really happy about. So all in all, this season we were absolutely outstanding, and we've been absolutely robbed of a league title, which I'm absolutely gutted about, I can't lie. But now getting into season 4, we will be in the Champions League, and hopefully we can get our own back on Porto and win the Premier Division. So we've arrived in season 4, and we've got 51 million euros in the bank, meaning we might not be able to sign the player I wanted to sign, and that man was Diogo Costa of Bayern Munich. This guy is just so good in career mode, and hopefully at some point in this career mode we can actually sign him. So it's back to the drawing board in terms of transfers, and let's see what we can cook up. So we couldn't bring in our primary target of the summer, so we have fell back and gone for our secondary target of the summer. As we know, Texiera is only 78 rated in our starting 11, and we do need an improvement, and we have identified a winger, Francisco Conceição, 23 years old, 83 rated, and because his contract is expiring in 12 months time, we can get him for as little as 36 million, which would be an absolute steal. And what a signing this is. Conceição is in for 36 million, and that leaves us with just 12 million in the bank, which means that could be our only income in a season 4. Boys, Conceição has broke his collarbone in his first game and is out for 3 months. We just cannot write this kind of luck, can we? So just the one signing for us in season 4, but there have been some first team outgoings along with some youth player loans. Ibrahima Kamara has joined Vitória SC for 1.8 million. Thiago Machado has joined Birmingham City for 1.6 million. Bruno Lourenço has joined Alves for 4 million. And that rounds off our transfer window, boys, but our Champions League group has been drawn. And we have got a baptism of fire in the Champions Champions League, as we have got City, Napoli and Dynamo Kiev. You know, our squad is strong on paper, but I'll be over the moon if we can get through this group. It's such a tough group on paper, but I've got to have some belief in the boys who have surprised me every single season. Let's simulate forward straight through to the end of season 4 and see how we got on in the Champions League. So we've arrived at the end of season 4 and our performance on the pitch this season has been a joke. We won the Premier Division, which is justice, by the way, on 85 points, scoring 92 goals, 59 goal difference, 27 league wins. Boys, we were insane this season, and it gets even better than this, as we have won our second Taça Portuguesa of the rebuild, beating Braga 3-1 in the final, making that a domestic double. And we had a really good run in the Champions League, getting to the quarterfinals, where unfortunately we drew PSG, who are just that level above us at the minute, and they beat us 6-4 in a really entertaining tie. So this is how the team is looking at the end of season 4, and it's clear to see why we're so successful on the pitch. This team is starting to look insane. We have got players like Stoilikins at 89 rated, Quaresma at 88 rated, Maya at 86, Sa, Moliera, Consencio and Maliora at 85, and our striker Bosnic is 86. This team could be an endgame side with the right additions. We definitely need to bring in a centre-back to replace Diallo, as he is just not quite good enough, and we do need a goalkeeper as well, as Goncalves is 82 rated as well. I do think if we bring a centre-back and a goalkeeper in who elevate us to the next level, nothing is stopping this team. So what a season for Boavista on the pitch. It's no time to get into season 5, bring some real world-class players through the door and try and get into a Champions League final. So we have arrived in season 5 and we have got 90 million euros in the bank. And lads, you are not going to believe this. Diogo Costa, who's been our primary transfer target of the entire rebuild, his contract is expiring in 11 months time, and we can get him for as cheap as 65 million euros. Boys, you better believe I am 100% signing him. And we have got Costa for 70 million euros. 70 million euros for one of the best goalkeepers in the game. Sign me up. And that leaves us with 16 million in the bank, and we are going to try and sell a few players so we can bring in a centre-back. And boys, we have been busy shifting some deadwood out of our squad, and we have sold 2 first-team players in the process. We've sold 2 youngsters in Guedes and Branco to Montpellier and Vizelia for a combined 4.2 million. Thiago Diallo has joined Chelsea for 40.8 million euros. This is an insane deal for us. Miguel Rezinho has joined Porto for 4.2 million. And we have also sold Joao Goncalves to Frankfurt for 40 million euros, leaving us with 102 million euros in the bank to bring in a centre-back. And lads, I want to use a centre-back I haven't used yet in FC24. Antonio Silva, currently playing for Crystal Palace. He's 23 years old, 84 rated, and he falls well into our price category, with us having to pay a maximum of 76 million, which I'm hoping we won't have to do. And Antonio Silva is in for just 60 million euros. What a deal we've done again here. And after the signings of Silva and Costa, just look at how strong our team is on paper. I am expecting big things of this Boavista team this season. And we still have 38 million euros in the bank, but I don't think that's going to bring a player in who's good enough to get into our starting 11, so we are going to save it. So after a very successful transfer window, our business is concluded for another summer, and our Champions League group has been drawn, and it's been a little bit more forgiving than last season. We've got Barcelona, Fiorentina and Dynamo Zagreb. I do think we have got a very good chance of getting through this group. I think we can more than compete with Barcelona. Let's simulate forward straight through to the end of season 5 and see how Boavista got on this season. So we've arrived at the end of season 5 and we have once again had a hugely successful season on the pitch, winning back-to-back Premier Division titles on 82 points, 3 clear of Braga, only losing 2 games once again while scoring 86 goals, amassing a 47 goal difference. I think we've got to a point where our team is just slightly too good for the Portuguese league, and from here on out we'd probably just dominate every single league season and make that 3 Taça Portuguesa trophies in one rebuild. We beat Vitória SC, a former team that I rebuilt once before, 4-1 in the final. And boys, we have reached the Champions League final, where we will once again take on Man City. It feels like I play Man City every single Champions League final. In the group stage, wow, we went 6 from 6, 6 wins in a row, 18 points, absolutely smashed it. In the round of 16, we took on Juventus, where the second leg was a draw, but we won the first leg 3-0, meaning we won 4-1. In the quarterfinals, it was an excellent second leg performance as we battered Barcelona 4-1, winning the tie 5-3. We then went on to have a really close semi-final with Arsenal winning the tie 4-3 but drawing the second leg 1-1 to set up a final with Manchester City once again. So this will be the team that we take into the Champions League final, and it is absolutely stacked. Our lowest rated players are 86 rated. That just says it all. No wonder we've been so good this season. We have 2 players in the 90s in Stoichkov and Costa. Meyer, Kresma and Bosnic are all 89 rated as well, almost 90 rated. That team is so strong on paper. I genuinely think it could be anyone. Now in terms of stats, it was clear to see who our 2 best players were. Bosnic got 34 goals and Ruiz got 33 goals. Really good performances from our number 10 and our number 9, and we just need them to replicate that one more time in the Champions League final against City at the Veltins Arena. Let's get this game won, boys. So here we go, boys. We're taking on Man City at the Veltins Arena. It's going to be a really difficult tie, as City have got players like Bellingham, Foden, Haaland, Mateus Nunes, Malero. That's really good from Malero. It's Everdig, and it's blocked. Well, that's going to fall straight to Doku, who is absolutely rapid. And that's great defending by Malero, man. It's another nice ball to... Oh, this is a chance for City. Oh, that's a foul. That's a bad tackle, that, by Andre Silva, who's yellow carded after 20 minutes. Not ideal. And City will have a perfect chance to shoot from distance here with Erling Haaland. He can hit a free kick. We're going to get a man on the line. Foden lays it off. Bellingham, and it's blocked by Silva, who give the free kick away. And that's an early start of goal. Oh, no. Oh, no. What a block. Nunes again. Oh my god. That defending is insane. And we can hit what counter. Oh my god. Moriera. We need someone to get forward here. Moriera's so quick, man. Pull back. Stoichkov. Oh, Ederson. What a save. Stavros out wide. 2. Maliero. Oh, Bosnic's on his own. He's got to score. He does! It's 1-0 to Boavista, boys. A golden chance for Bosnic, and he slams it into the bottom corner. What a ball in this is from Moliera, and he beats the offside trap Bosnic and just fires it beautifully into the bottom corner. Ederson, no chance. What a volley this is. And lads, we have officially got one hand on the trophy. We just need to keep Man City out, and we will win the Champions League. What a tackle from Moriera. Oh, it's never a free kick, man. I think City are going to have a shot here with Haaland. I'm going to try and get a man on the line again. I don't really want Haaland shooting from here. Oh, he's left it. And oh, no. Foden lays it off for Bellingham. Oh, what a block by Kresma. That looked like it was flying into the back of the net. And lads, we have had to do some serious defending in this half, but we do find ourselves 1-0 up thanks to a goal from Bosnic. Hopefully that will be enough to win us the trophy. So we've got the kick-off. We just need to keep City out. They have been having a bit of joy in the centre of the park. We've had to do some really heroic defending. I don't actually think Costa's had to make a save, though. Ball. Bellingham shot. Oh, no. Haaland. What a save by Diogo Costa. That is why we paid the money for him. Wow. It should be 1-1. Keeping out Haaland from that distance, you'd expect him to score every single time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Costa, you are a god. Costa, you are a god. And that's a red card. Get him off. Get him off. Lucky Costa, though, man. 2 huge saves in, like, literally 5 minutes. He could... I've just won this tie for us. Schmidt. Oh, no. I thought we were going to run that out then. Silva. Oh, shit. Joga. Oh, nice from Kresma. He's been outstanding in this final, and we are starting to ride our luck a little bit, boys. And we have got to hold on for 10 more minutes, boys. City have had so many chances, and they're going to have another chance here with Doku. What a tackle from Silva, though. 88 on the clock. Led up to Haaland. Let's get tight to him. And that's brilliant from Kresma. Get it clear. It's smashed away. There's a minute to go. I think that's going to be it, boys. There's a throw in deep into City's half. We're looking at some glitch. And that's it, boys. We have won the Champions League with Boavista. We seriously rode our luck in that final, I cannot lie. But it's Bosnic's goal, the man who's been here since day one, which has actually got us the Champions League trophy. And we have to give a massive shout out to Diogo Costa, the man who I wanted to sign for so long. He won us this final with some amazing saves. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for, boys. We are about to watch Boavista lift the trophy. And this has hit different. And Boavista are the champions of Europe, and that is another rebuild successfully boxed off. So just want to say a massive thank you for watching the video, boys. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel, as it does help me out. And I will see you next week when we rebuild a newly promoted Premier League side.